Have you ever wondered about the sheer volume of plastic waste that ends up in our oceans every year? It's a daunting figure. Every minute, the equivalent of a garbage truck's load of plastic enters the ocean, adding up to millions of tons annually. Our beautiful blue oceans are gradually turning into plastic soup. This plastic invasion is not only unsightly, but it's also wreaking havoc on marine life and ecosystems. From the smallest plankton to the largest whales, no creature is spared. They mistake plastic for food, leading to fatal consequences, while entire habitats are being altered and destroyed. Moreover, it's not just an issue of aesthetics or wildlife. It's about the health of our planet and, ultimately, our own survival. The plastic we casually discard doesn't just disappear. It breaks down into microplastics, infiltrating every level of the food chain, even ending up on our plates. The sheer magnitude of the problem calls for innovative solutions that can effectively tackle this issue. Believe it or not, humans have come up with some pretty ingenious solutions to this problem. First on the list is the Ocean Cleanup Project. This non-profit organization is making waves in the fight against plastic pollution. Instead of chasing plastic debris, they allow the ocean currents to push the waste into their passive floating barriers. Imagine a massive arm floating on the ocean surface, its open mouth facing the current and catching plastic debris like a giant net. The captured plastic is then collected and recycled. It's a beautifully simple solution, harnessing the power of the ocean itself. Next, we have the Sea Bin Project. Picture this, a floating rubbish bin. Sounds simple, right? But this isn't your ordinary bin. Installed in marinas, docks, and yacht clubs, these sea bins work continuously to collect floating waste, oil, and even detergents. They act like a drain, sucking in the surface water and trapping the waste inside. The water is then pumped back out cleaner than before. It's a fantastic and practical solution that's already making a difference in many water bodies around the world. Last but not least, we have biodegradable plastics. Now, this isn't a cleanup method per se, but it's an innovative solution that can greatly reduce the amount of plastic waste that ends up in our oceans. Biodegradable plastics are designed to break down naturally in the environment, unlike traditional plastics that can take hundreds of years to decompose. They're made from renewable sources like plant starch and algae, and they decompose into harmless byproducts. It's a promising alternative to traditional plastics and a step towards a more sustainable future. These solutions, while promising, are just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole world of innovation out there, working tirelessly to tackle the plastic pollution problem, and remember, every little bit helps. Let's all do our part to keep our oceans clean. But what role can you play in this fight against ocean plastic pollution? It starts with you. Yes, you. Your choices matter. Imagine if you decide to use less plastic, recycle more, and support organizations that are working tirelessly to clean our oceans. Now, imagine if your neighbor does the same, then your entire community, and then the whole world. That's the power of individual action multiplied. Yet it's not just about individual actions, it's about collective action too. When we band together, we can affect change on a larger scale. We can influence policies, demand corporate responsibility, and drive innovation in sustainable practices. We can send a loud, clear message that we won't stand by while our oceans are filled with plastic. Remember, every small action counts. Support these initiatives, reduce your plastic footprint, and together we can give our oceans a fighting chance.